Through the years, the computer have been developing. Due to the continued researches by the scientists, we are going to review the different generations of the computer. The history of the computer has had for 7 generations. The predecessor of the computer was a calculator. It was invented by Pascal. The calculator worked by crew. The first computer was invented in 1951 and was named Sally. The next year in USA, that computer was used to count the votes of the elections. The first generation goes from 1938 to 1958. The computer worked by cartridge and cylinders. They work slowly and they consume a lot of electricity. Also, they produce too much heat. The third generation goes from 1964 to 1970. In that generation, the computers would use integrated circuits. The size was reduced, but still it was big.
The fourth generation goes from 1971 to 1983. The computer becomes more effective and smaller than the last generation because the chips. Chips is an integrated circuit that can make a lot of processes at the same time and also input a lot of information. Although chips was invented on 1959, the computer didn't use it until this generation. Also, because the chips are smaller than the other device, it allowed to the scientists develop the first personal computer. The personal computer was one of the most important discoveries in this century. However, it wasn't bought by so many people. The fifth generation goes from 1984 to 1989. In that generation, companies as IBM and Apple appeared, and that company improved the personal computer selling. Now, more families had a computer in their house, and almost every university had a computer. The sixth generation goes from 1989 until our day. It is the current generation. In that generation, the computer started to use microprocessor. This microprocessor can make approximately 1 billion of arithmetic work at the same time.
How everyone has been seeing in the last decades, the computer has been changing across the time. The technology has included operating systems like Windows, Linux, Unix, and how everyone knows, in view of the rapid change in technology, operational systems can be rendered inefficient and therefore obsolete within a few years. I will start to talk about the computers that we use today. Today, almost everybody has a computer in their home. That's why its use is essential during the study, work, and for communication. The first model of personal computer was the desktop. The first portable computer considered as such was Exxon HX20, developed in 1981. Since the creation of this model, from which the great benefits for the world of scientists, military, businessmen, and others. They saw the advantage of being able to take their computer with them all the information they needed from one location to another are observed. The portable computers had been used for last decades by university students because it's easy to carry around. The designers had been using the Macs because it has with the best program for them with high resolution. The Macs aren't cheap, however, they are demanded.
How my friend says, the computer has changed greatly since its first presentation in 1938. However, this doesn't stop the flow of time and innovation and creation. This is how new ideas have been presented to the world, with the goal of improving everyday that technology for the use of human and communication. This is how we forward the following proposals for the future of the computers. Quantum computers seeks to increase the speed of information through bytes to ameliorate on this way the quality of reception. It's a job that has been improving since 20 years. Eyewear computers. A science called Homewood has been looking at ways of using light to operate a computer and more efficient production of microchips and processors. Neuroelectronic computers. Peter Fromlers have managed to open a communication channel between computers and cells to in a not too distant future. It may use a computer just with mind without use the hand. We hopefully that the future will give us more inventions for human welfare.